ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the third episode of Meet the S-Class Digital. Now, during previous episodes, we already had a chance to take a look at some of the new functions, such as the new MBUX, or also passive and active safety functions. But as we all know, the S-Class is, of course, renowned for its superb level of luxury and comfort, which is why today, in just a moment, our expert guests will show us what Mercedes-Benz has done to raise this to a next level. Before we do dive into the stunning features of the S-Class luxury experience, why don't we start out by having a look at what makes it so very special on the inside.
Hey Mercedes, play my favorite song.
All right, that was a great impression of the individual experiences that you can have in an S-Class. But of course, we would also like to look at how this level of comfort is achieved in the first place, which leads us to our first expert guest today. A very warm welcome to Mercedes-Benz Head of Interior Design, Hartmut Sinkwitz. Thank you for joining us.
Hello, and thanks for having me here.
Hartmut, it is my great pleasure. And starting out, let me ask you this. Is there something you would describe as Mercedes-Benz's secret formula to attain this high level of luxury and comfort that we just saw in the film?
Yes, there is a formula, but it's not a secret. We call it central purity. It's our design philosophy that has guided us through many projects in several years. And what's so special about it is that we combine different contrasts in tension and harmony. Next to that, there's also 100% commitment to quality and attention to detail. And that is what makes the difference between a Mercedes and other cars in that segment. Our customers are really demanding because they have a very high expectational level towards comfort and well-being.
I'm sure they expect nothing less than the best, Hartmut. Could you give us a bit more information about the philosophy behind the interior design that we will be experiencing in the new S-Class?
Sure. We invite our customers into a complete new world of luxury. But when we started the project of the new S-Class interior, we went a little bit different to other projects because this is the leader of a new generation. And there, of course, the digital experience has become more and more important. And we wanted to set ourselves the goal for nothing less than achieving the best touch architecture that has ever been made for a luxurious interior. And we've got this touchscreen that is reminiscent of a waterfall, but it really stands out with all its beauty, with the straightness and the lightness and elegance. And here comes the tension. We did not connect the screen with the dashboard. Instead, we kept it freestanding as a new and true icon to keep it separate from the dashboard. And the harmony we achieved through the way we treated the surfaces of the dashboard and the whole interior, coming from the aesthetics of the touchscreen and bringing this into the analog world with all the rich materials and the nice wooden deck that simply flows down from the windscreen down below the touchscreen and into the doors in a very beautiful way. So it actually brings together the high-tech experience of the digital world with the beauty and authentic, true value experience of our analog history.
And that all creates a true work of art, it would seem, and we look forward to seeing that in September, now even more so, Hartmut. But you brought along not only virtual examples, but you brought along something physical. What is this detail that you have here for us?
Yes, Yasmin, this is just a seat adjustment switch, you could say. But for our customers, it's much, much more. It started maybe 30 years ago, and it was a great example for the Mercedes quality to achieve the best ergonomics for the adjustment of such a seat. And next to that, of course, we made it become an icon through all the years from the design point of view. And here you see also the design quality with all the details again. But what's special about this one, the latest generation, is that through the use of modern high technology with the capacitive touch system, we are able to design this piece out of one form and let it become not just an icon with the haptic and beautiful surface treatment, but also to let it become a true, almost digital high-tech experience. And this is what I love so much about our profession, to create new interiors, because next to the human factor, we can always bring together the new opportunities of high technology and our great and very unique history with all the passion for true value materials and pure beauty.
And your eyes shine when you speak of that passion and beauty. That's wonderful. And it's interesting how the small details really make such a big difference. Hartmut, thank you so much for all of these insights, and thank you for joining us today.
Thank you very much, and hope to see you again.
Me too. I hope to see you again soon, Hartmut. Thank you once more. And now, of course, we would like to take a closer look at some of the details that Hartmut just told us about. And for this, we do have for you a few exhibits right here in our studio. And our next expert in the studio is here to explain them to us. Thank you so much for joining us, and welcome, Head of Color and Trim from the Design Department of Mercedes-Benz, Belinda Günther.
Hi, Jasmine. Thanks for having me here.
Belinda, it's my great pleasure. I'm glad you could make time. And as you can see, we are surrounded by models. Now, we would like to start out by explaining what we have here. These pieces, I take, are all from the passenger side of what is going to be the new S-Class. Right, Belinda?
Yes, that's right. These are exhibits that help us to apply our color and trim ideas directly onto the interior shape. And this is pretty close to what we're going to see in the new S-Class interior, but not exactly yet.
Okay, so this is a teaser, a very exclusive teaser for the viewers today.
Yes, that's good.
Okay, let's call it a teaser.
Yes.
The surfaces are going to be a highlight, I understand, in the new S-Class. Could you tell us a little bit about these two surfaces we're seeing here?
Yes, definitely. One of the most surprising and unexpected aspects in the interior is a very generous deco surface that flows through the complete interior. And for this deco surface, we got inspiration from the deck of yachts, the beautiful piece you see in front of you. And we used an open port walnut veneer. We combine it with linear real aluminium inlays, and these inlays are tailored perfectly to the shape. So this piece unites craftsmanship and luxury on highest level.
Lovely. Thank you for that, Belinda. What about the piece next to you? This is the glove compartment, obviously, and we have that lacquer surface. What about that?
Yes, it's a beautiful black lacquered surface with flowing lines. And also this aspect underlines the new expression of our design language and adds to the elegance of our complete portfolio.
Something interesting is, I think, the colors, because we do have a lot of new colors coming up, and we also have more models in the background. This one is also new, right?
Yes, and we love colors, especially this shade of saddle brown. We got inspiration from the glamorous world of fashion. We were looking into luxury items, such as really exclusive and really elegant handbags. And in the background, the other exhibits show different characters of color combinations.
And speaking of the world of fashion, this piece right here, the viewers will have to take my word for that, is extremely soft, very smooth leather. And this reminds me more of a beautiful leather jacket or a purse, perhaps, more than of the interior of a car. Right, Belinda?
It's good you say that, because this was our intention. Perfect. Also, for the quality of the material, we get inspiration from other industry, such as fashion.
All right, so that makes a lot of sense. Belinda, should we wander on over to the table right here to look at the other exhibits you've brought along? Because I think on this side of the studio, it gets yet even cozier, right?
Yes, it's getting cozy. We created a complete new generation of seats for the S-Class interior. And those seats will offer a top level of quality, of comfort, and absolute exquisite materials.
If we start out on my side, the seat right here has this lovely diamond pattern, and this is what you call time-honored pattern at Mercedes-Benz. What does that stand for?
The diamond continues to be the design element that symbolizes high luxury. And the time spent on the pattern, on the craftsmanship, is part of our commitment to offer highest luxury, highest quality to our customers.
And one thing I'm sure that the viewers have noticed that as well, we're seeing on both models these tiny little holes. Is this a mere design element or does it actually have a function, Belinda?
The holes are perforations and they play an important role in the climate control of the seat. They also give a noble look to the seat, as you see on both of them, and they are also perfectly tailored to the mold, to the shape of the seat.
This is very intriguing. We're looking forward once again to September, to the world premiere. Thank you so much for joining us today, and I hope to see you again soon, Belinda.
Yes, I hope so too. Thank you.
Thank you, Belinda, and take care. Now, ladies and gentlemen, a luxurious driving experience depends on so many factors, as we've just seen, and it also affects all of our senses. We all know that the noise level perceived within the vehicle is also very important to your well-being, which is why we have prepared the following video, and this is to learn about the almost noiseless driving experience inside of the new S-Class. Enjoy. In our loud and bustling world, the quietness of the S-Class that we just saw and heard suggests top luxury. So why don't we now welcome our next expert, Head of Product Management S-Class at Mercedes-Benz. Thank you for joining us, Dirk Fetzer.
Thank you, Yasmin. Very happy to be here.
It's a pleasure having you on the show as well. Now, Dirk, we just saw the film about noiseless driving. You actually picked this subject to open our conversation. Why so?
In fact, I could have picked any of the many details that compose this very special feeling of luxury in our S-Class. It's not triggered by a single feature. Nobody would ever step in a car and say, wow, look at this leather-covered armrest. Now that is luxury. Our customers really want to be surrounding themselves with sophisticated design, the finest materials and space. But they also seek someone, or in this case a car, to make their lives easier, saving them time, for example. But nowadays, luxury goes even far beyond all of that. It is a true peace of mind because you know this car takes care of what you care for and even for your surroundings.
So in other words, can we say that it's a holistic experience that you would like to achieve for the customers?
Absolutely. And that's why everything that my colleagues covered in the first two episodes, this was all important components of luxury as well. But first and foremost, luxury is about having a deep and absolute understanding of what your customers need and want, sometimes even before they know they wanted it.
Doesn't sound like an easy job to do, but your customers do expect the best, of course. Why don't we return to the film we've just seen? Are you saying that this class-leading quietness, as you call it, is a component of luxury itself?
Yeah, absolutely. It's one of those critically important invisible components of luxury. The S-Class has always been renowned for offering a very good acoustic insulation combined with virtually no vibration. Our engineers spent countless hours to bring this, what we call NVH, so noise vibration harshness, to new levels. And they do all of this for the customer to feel nothing, just an oasis of tranquility.
We like the sound of that, an oasis of tranquility. So, you know, Dirk, what makes the new S-Class so much better in these terms?
This NVH is a science of its own, and I guess it's even an art at the same time. So what I can tell you is that next to everything we've learned from building cars for so long, we now use, for example, for the first time in large-scale production, acoustic foam in select shell profiles. This is very helpful to even further reduce noise and to prevent these disturbing vibrations.
So after having spoken about the non-visible features, why don't we speak of the visible features? Many of them are very renowned. The S-Class is known for them. Can you give us some first insights into some of the highlights of the new S-Class?
Yeah, absolutely. First an insight into a philosophy, because you have to continuously listen to your customers to improve things that you already think are great. Just one example is something as common as a heated seat. We could have left them alone, but our customers asked us to not only heat them, but any other surface you come into contact with. This means we now heat the armrests, which we already did in today's S-Class, but even the door panels above the armrests.
Wow, okay. Let me mention at this point, Dirk, that you have actually spent 6 years of your professional life in Dubai, and I can only imagine that customers there have very special requirements when it comes to luxury, right?
That's the right imagination. But what I learned there is exactly the opposite of what you might think right now. It is the little details that matter and that make us stand out from the competition. For instance, we have a super soft cushion as an add-on for the rear seats. So we call it the Kuschelkissen. Actually, many of our customers call it the Kuschelkissen already. That translates to something like the cuddly pillow. It is a small component, but it makes such a huge difference. So the new S-Class gets these even on the front headrests, and the rear one is now even heated. It's not exactly something that I learned from Dubai, because in Dubai you need a perfect air conditioning.
I would imagine that the air conditioning is more important. And speaking of which, Dirk, you were mentioning before the show began, the energizing air control. What is that all about, and what's so important when it comes to that?
Energizing air control is a new innovation to provide clean air in a car's interior. Filtration was already on a very high level, but energizing air control, with it, we continue to provide our customers with a high-quality product which removes particles and pollutants from the air. We use an innovative particulate air combi filter with activated carbon to help to reduce fine dust, pollen, and odor. But this is just one of the many energizing features to help increase the well-being as well as the mental and physical fitness of the driver, which is very important.
One of the many features, the only thing missing now would be a proper massage. Is that also one of the features in the energizing package?
Absolutely. I mean, who doesn't want to be pampered by a massage?
Right.
With the active multi-contour massage seats, our S-Class customers can now choose from 10 programs even at all seats, from a classic massage to even programs offering an active workout. Now, summing it all up, Yasmin, this is all a unique result of countless components and the dedication of a huge team of engineers, designers, product managers, and many others. It's so hard, I guess it's even impossible to just describe all of this. So people, customers, you need to experience it. And I'm very, very positive that once you do, you will remember this conversation, and now you know this is not a coincidence what you're going to be feeling, but it's an S-Class.
That's a done deal, Dirk. I happen to have a few minutes time left on hand if there's a new S-Class standing around somewhere.
Let's go.
Let's check it out. Okay, but I think I'm going to have to stay patient till September. Right?
That is true, but September is coming very soon.
September is just around the bend. Thank you so much for all of this insight, and we now look forward even more. Thanks for joining us today, Dirk.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you as well for joining us. Of course, we are now looking forward even more so to the S-Class world premiere on September 2nd. Don't forget, mark your calendars in bright red and be sure to tune into Mercedes Me Media for even more information about the new S-Class. Thanks again for joining us and stay safe. See you soon. Bye.